got that son of a bitch! Bombs away! Bombs away.
Captain Frank Mauro flew 21 successful bombing missions in World War II. Most 8th Airmen never made it past 5. To understand the danger and importance of his role as a bombardier, Frank recommends watching the incredibly accurate Apple TV series, Masters of the Air.
Roger that. Pilot to Bombardier. You ready to drop? Bombardier to pilot.
18, 19, 20-year-old guys like me. You know, I'm winking because I'm one of the few bombardiers that got through. I learned to fly a plane before I learned to drive a car. Radio operator.
With an average age of just 22, the mighty 8th Air Force was unquestionably the underdog in the fight. But American citizens pulled together to quickly build over 300,000 aircraft, including the B-17s flown by the 8th. More than 200,000 cadets like Frank were fast-tracked through training. Frank remembers that final bombing on Berlin.
1,000 planes. You should have seen it. The sky covered, B-17. Germany had jet fighter planes. And they come at us like, ooh. It was scary.
Even with incredible odds against him, Frank persevered. The 8th crippled Nazi Germany's war machine with their massive, long-range airstrikes.
50,000 8th Air Force guys either lost their lives, were injured, or if they went down, they captured, became prisoners of war. You live with them, you eat with them, you fly with them. They become part of you. And then you lose them.
While the hardships and losses were staggering, the young airmen's grit paid off. D-Day was won, Europe was liberated, Japan surrendered. The world threat was over. How Frank lived through his 21 missions is a miracle. How he then lived 80 more years to celebrate his 100th, well, no one was really surprised about that. With his wonderful sense of humor and unflappable character, Frank is the quintessential resilient underdog. Add keen intelligence, lots of patience, a very living soul, and one big young at heart. He even agreed to a fun underdog victory ride to celebrate yet another of his big wins.
We went and got tattoos along the way.
100.
3. Happy birthday to you.
Now, living for 10 decades was no easy feat. His mom died when he was just 4, not long after she immigrated from Italy. He and his siblings were sent to tough Brooklyn orphanages or extended family. Before he graduated high school, he enlisted. Thankfully, he survived the war and was rewarded with the love of his life, who had the big, welcoming family he had so often longed for.
I like the family. I didn't have a family. I grew up in an orphanage. I had an emptiness in my heart. All those kids. I'd play football with Uncle Gerald. I'd box with Uncle Bill. I'd crawl on the floor with Uncle Dick on my back. I liked them. I had a family. They were good people. Grandma. Every time I go to the house, she must have known I was coming. She'd have a pie in the oven.
While working full-time and starting his own family, he completed a pre-med and chemistry degree on the GI Bill, then started grad school to be a dentist. Just when things were going swell, a tornado demolished his house. with him and his baby son inside.
On the floor, grabbing onto anything, pitch dark, noise, like freight trains did, and we're getting pushed. The house was breaking up, scary.
Frank had to quit grad school to afford to rebuild, but he dug in and just kept going. His high initiative and level of detail earned him high praise as a lab tech, analyst and programmer for IBM, GM, the Coast Guard, and several avionics companies. He retired as a federal executive. With his war hero history, dashing 007 good looks, and work on high-profile government contracts, his pranking brother-in-law started the believable rumor he was really a secret agent with poison dart shooting pins. When pressed for the truth by his young nieces and nephews, he answered, "Yes, I'm an agent for the IRS." The gig was up. Frank still thinks that's funny.
I wonder where all that came from.
That was Gerald. He told us you were like 007.
I was just an Air Force guy, and I was stationed in Great Bend, Kansas.
Frank dedicated his life to his big new family. Sadly, he lost a daughter to cancer and his wife to COPD.
I thank God for giving me a loving and devoted wife for 63 fabulous years.
But still, he perseveres.
I thank God for providing me with determination and belief in all my life's encounters, and for keeping me close to my family and my faith.
We can hear Mom say, Frank, can you believe 100? And those of you that knew my mom knew her smile and knew her laugh. Dad, you have touched each of us with your love, compassion, and friendship. We thank you for being a survivor, being resilient, and being determined to make it to 100. Your faith, confidence, strength, intelligence, just to name a few of your attributes, have made you the man, the husband, and father that you are. And of course, your sense of humor.
I am my Uncle Frank's favorite niece out of 21 Osborne nieces and nephews. We would chat with them and, well, Uncle Frank, what do you do? And my dad would say, don't ask him what he does because he works for the CIA and he'll have to kill you if you find out what he does for a living. And so we never knew, and we still don't really know what he did, but it was something very important.
His story is one of the peaks and chasms of the sadness of loss and the joyousness of love, lots of love, of music, and always familia, his family. And his innate resilience, his natura forte, have brought him to this place today. Jeez Louise, Dad, 100 years.
Because you were a medical student, you were allowed to see me and hold me shortly after birth. That was unheard of for dads in the 50s. And you were over the moon to learn you had a girl. You have shared love, laughter, and tears. I so appreciate you and all you've been and done in this lifetime. I'm so proud to have been a part of your very humble but amazing journey. I love you, Dad.
I just wanted to say I love you.
Thank you.
About 4 months ago, he sends me a very short text. Masters of the Air is out. So I started watching it. It's about his bomb group. It's amazing what they captured in this movie to his story. I mean, it lines up like this. I kept asking him more and more questions. And it's given me an appreciation for who he is and what he's gone through at such a young age. It's phenomenal. It's just a phenomenal movie, and it's made me appreciate you, Dad, and to view you 360 degrees, so to speak. I love you, Dad. You're next.
There's no question Frank's underdog journey has made an indelible mark on many.
See you next year!
Until next time on The American Underdog, keep the shiny side up, friends.